Freedom Church, we hope you and your family had an amazing Christmas. It's almost the new year. We know that Christmas of Freedom right here in the room was incredible just a few days ago. But hey, we're so excited for today's message. We're going to get to hear from Pastor JR here in just a moment. Before we get to that, we would love for you to click the share button if you're watching on Facebook, or you can comment right there in the chat, tag your friends. We want them to see this message. It's going to be an amazing few moments together. So make sure you do that. Let's jump right in together.
Hey, Freedom Church, hope you guys are having an incredible day. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope that you are getting ready to have an incredible new year. We're getting ready to head out of 2024. We're heading into 2025. And here's what I know. I know you have dreams and ambitions and aspirations and goals and all the things as we head into this year. And I am praying that this would be your best year yet. God has an incredible plan for you, an incredible plan for your family. I hope you'll trust him. I hope you'll seek him. And what I want to do today is share just a couple of things, 3 things, I believe, that are going to help you to be able to navigate this brand new year so that you can become a brand new you. Here's the first thing it is that you have got to know as we head into 2025. Number 1, know who we are, but also who it is that we are not. We've got to know who we are, but we need to know who we're not. Here's the reason I say that who we're not phrase. The reason I say that is because you are not who other people say that you are. You're certainly not who the devil says that you are. And oftentimes you're not who you say that you are. Sometimes we have this something going on inside of us that's just speaking detrimental things into our heart and into our lives, speaking lies and speaking things where we would never talk to other people the way that we often talk to ourselves. And so what I want you to know is that you are not who you say you are. You're not who others say you are. You're not who the devil says that you are. You are who God says that you are. And I don't have time to go through every single verse, but let me give you just a couple. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27 says that you are created in the image of God. No matter who you are, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through right now, you are created in God's image. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10 says that you are God's masterpiece, that you are the masterpiece of God. So when you look into the mirror, you can look at yourself. You've heard me say this before, those of you that have been a part of Freedom Church for a while, but you can stand in front of the mirror tomorrow and just say, I am the masterpiece of God. God knew exactly what it is that he was doing whenever it was that he created me. Psalm chapter 139, verse 13 and 14 talks about how we were uniquely created by God. That means that he did not make a mistake whenever it was that he created you. You might be different. You might do things differently than other people. Other people may say all kind of different things about you, but here's what you know. You're not weird. You're unique. God created you the way that he created you on purpose and for a purpose. And I really do believe that God has a special, unique purpose and a plan for your life as you head into 2025. Galatians chapter 3, verse 26 says that you, if you're a follower of Jesus, you're a child of God. You are a son or a daughter of the King. That means that we can live our life and we can walk accordingly. We can keep our head held high. We know that even when we mess up, we can get back up because we are a child of God. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17 says that we are a new creation in Christ, that all the old things, those have passed away and all things have become new. So in 2025, let's be crystal clear about who we're not, but even more so about who it is that we are. Super important. Here's the second thing. If you want to see it, you gotta be it. If you want to see it, you gotta be it. In other words, you've got to be the change that you desire to see in your family. You gotta be the change that you desire to see in your relationships. You gotta be the change that you desire to see in your little corner of the world. We can't just talk about it. We can't just pray about it. We gotta be about it. It's something that we have got to be intentional about in 2025. People hear what we say, but they see what it is that we do. And as a result, it is important that we model what it is that Christ has done for us and what it is that he desires to do through us as well. Because for you and I, what we want to do in 2025, no matter what 2024 brought, in 2025, we're going to lead by example because people take their cues from you. People take their cues from you in your relationships, with your family, with your coworkers, with your classmates, whatever the case may be. People take their cues from you. And for us, we know that leaders always go first. Let me read this verse to you. Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 through 16 says that you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand and it gives light to everyone that's in that house. In the same way, let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So in 2025, as we head into this brand new year, we all desire, as followers of Jesus, to see God glorified, to see him lifted up, to make a difference. And if that's what we desire to see, that's what we need to be. Be the difference that you desire to see in the world. You be that difference right here and right now in your little corner of it. Here's the third thing. Constantly correct and celebrate. Constantly correct and celebrate. This is one of the best ways to keep moving forward in the right direction every single step of the way and every single day of the week. Whenever you drop the ball or whenever you get knocked down, and hear me, 2025 is coming and I know that all things are new, but what I also know is that in 2025, there's going to be times where life kind of knocks the wind out of you. There's going to be some times where you fall down. There's going to be some times where some things blindside you. But here's what I know. God is with you. God is for you, and he has given us the ability to get back up because the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead is alive and well inside of us. And if that is true, and it is, if it's true, then no matter what it is that God calls you to in 2025, he has the ability, the desire, and he will also make sure that he gives you the ability to walk right through it. Whatever that might look like for you, if God calls you to it, he's going to walk you through it. And so for us, Proverbs chapter 10, verse 17, whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. So when I say that we're going to fall down and we're going to get right back up, one of the reasons that we're going to do that is simply because we're going to course correct every step of the way. If there's some things in our life that we need to get rid of, if there's some shifts that we need to make, we're going to evaluate and we're going to move according to God's plan because of the grace that he has given us and the faith that he is filling us with. The reason I said we got to celebrate is this. If you're like me, I just don't celebrate enough. I'm more critical than I am celebratory when it comes to my own life. And so if you take a small little step of faith, even if it is small, what I want you to do in 2025 is to celebrate that seemingly small step. And here's the reason why. Every single time you take a step of faith, God expands and grows the faith that you currently have so that you have the ability to take the next one. And so in 2025, don't minimize it. What I want you to do and what I want you to pray that I will do is every single time we take the smallest step of faith is to celebrate the fact that God gave us that grace. He gave us the ability to do what it is that he's called us to do. And he gave us the ability to trust him and to take him at his word. And as a result, next time when that step of faith gets a little bit bigger, we will have the faith that we need to do whatever it is that God has called us to do. So that being said, if you can commit to these things, here's what I promise you. This brand new year really will lead to a brand new you. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm believing for. For some of you, what you've done over the course of the last couple of weeks, you have solidified the word that God has given you for 2025. I want you to know I'm praying for you about that. I am praying for your word. I am praying for your life. I'm praying for your relationships. We here at Freedom Church, we're praying for your finances, for your just emotional well-being, your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being. We are in your corner. We believe in you. God believes in you. God has your back. And I really do believe that 2025 is going to be an incredible year. And speaking of that, I need to tell you one quick announcement that I'm super excited about. As you know, if you attend in person every single week, we are busting at the seams. God has been blessing in incredible ways in all three of our worship experiences. You know already that we are building a brand new 1,100 seat auditorium as we speak. But in the meantime, between now and when we walk into that building, we are adding, beginning in January, a brand new fourth worship experience every single Sunday. You can see all those times right there on the screen, but here's where I need you to do me a big favor. There are only 2 ideal times on Sunday. Most of our first-time guests and most people who are checking out Freedom are gonna come during those 2 middle hours. So what I need you to do is I need you to commit for several weeks to come either to the first one or to the last one. If you do, Jesus will not love you more. But it is very, very possible that I will, as a result of the fact that you are willing to take that step. It's the shortest mission trip you could ever go on, to make room for the people who are flooding into these doors by making room for them so that they can actually have a seat. So beginning in January, 4 worship experiences. It's going to be incredible. I hope you had an incredibly Merry Christmas, and I cannot wait to see what God has for you and your family as we head into 2025. Love you guys. See you Sunday.
Man, what a powerful message from Pastor JR. So glad we were able to gather together and hear that word. Hey, before you go, don't go anywhere. We want to let you know about 2 amazing things. First of all, the ways to give are right on the screen. Make sure you check those out. Your generosity, your obedience and giving is making a huge difference. And we're still receiving our heart for the house offering as well. So make sure to give to that before the year is over. And the last thing we want to let you know about, and the most exciting thing, is that this upcoming year, we're moving to 4 worship experiences. So starting this upcoming Sunday on January the 5th, you'll see the times below. Make sure you and your family pick a brand new time to come join us right here at Freedom Church. It's going to be an amazing time. We can't wait to see you. We love you, Freedom Church. Have a happy new year.